This is Blazemaster. Very unique transformer. I like him in that he's got a lot of kind of complicated transforming. He flip-flops a lot. I wish his arms were a little easier. I love complicated transformations, but the arm joints are just a little kind of precisely fit, I guess, to be for my liking. But very clever and unique transformer. The landing gear. The back wheels fold up like so. The front one does not, however. It stays there. So what I did is I trimmed. It's tough, but you have to. If you can get inside, you can make it so that it will fold down. It's not completely hidden, but then again, these aren't completely hidden, and neither is that peg anyway. So, but it does get it to fold up enough that it will give you a little more smooth ride as opposed to a kind of a big thing flipping right there. The trick to it is that this, let me zoom in on macro mode here. See this little peg right here, that is a little bigger than it is right now. I filed it down obviously when it is up inside there. So on the other side of the blue plastic, right up in here on the far side of this. Now that's what makes it tricky to get to. There we go, now we can see it a little better. The easiest thing, I used this Dremel bit. I got a piece of Dremel set for a Dremel bit set on eBay for $10, and it comes with a whole bunch of really fine tipped things. Great, perfect for all the transformer modding I'm doing nowadays. Anyway, so I used this one so I could get to the back side of it without filing the other part down too much, but a regular fine tip Dremel bit will also work. And so you just Dremel a little bit on that side there, and it will make it so that it will pop off from this side here, and then you can clean it up because you can reach it easier on this way. I suppose you could also file that part too if you wanted, if it was too hard to get to the inside part. You can, Dremel this side right here on the blue plastic. But anyway, once you're done with that, the wheels folded probably about, put this back down here, probably folded down around there. It wasn't quite flush as it is right now. I folded so they're almost horizontal and parallel with the bottom. So I had to take one of this Dremel and drill out some here, kind of use it flush like this. Let's see, there's a focus. So just kind of you gotta get it as in far deep as you can, and just file off the bits right there. I also filed off a little bit right here. I kind of rounded it because otherwise it was a little bit square, and that helps make it fit nicely. You can see, just boom, barely just flush against it there. And it's actually kind of nice and tight. It's not loose at all. It's got a tight joint thing in there. It is a separate joint. It's not part of the white plastic that's in there at all. So then you can have all his landing gear down and sit, or fold it up for flight mode. And let me show you what it looks like in bot as well. It looks actually better in bot mode also. And now that his wheel is posable, you can see that it actually fits into that little hole now, whereas it wouldn't before, which allows you to put his, well, I guess you could do this before anyway, but the directions tell you to put the cockpit thingy down like that. That makes his top part kind of bendy, his top torso, as well as I think it looks better to put it up like this and just slightly under the white part of the cockpit, and that gives the top half of his figure stability, keeps it from moving around. But anyway, I wanted to show you that his landing gear can actually fit in that little white hole now. It looks like it was made for it, but it doesn't fit, obviously, when the landing gear doesn't move. So there you go. Another bonus. No front landing gear on his codpiece. And for those of you who don't like putting his weapons on his arm like this, especially when it's just the one, kind of dangles. Needs some blade Viagra. For those of you who don't like doing that and the crappy display method, they do slide into his hands pretty nicely. You gotta find the right little niche for it. but when you do and you get it closed off nice, then it looks like he's holding some blades, which I think works pretty well. Kind of like Sideswipe, I guess. But he's got some little scissor hands going on, which is better than the tiny little white thumbs they give him inside there. Oh, and the last thing I was going to say is that my blades, they kind of came off of the peg a little too easy, so I just put a drop of super glue inside of the square part there, and it stays on the peg much tighter now. It still comes on and off, but it doesn't fly off as easily as it did before. I don't know if anybody else has that same problem or not. But that's a very simple, easy fix for that.